Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil heart could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a group of friends and little children get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting. That's right, we're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time watching us on the YouTube, where you should check it out, you get to see all these cool toys, or listening to us on your favorite pod catcher. Thanks so much for doing that. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Thank you. Is that what we should do? Yep. Thank you for doing that. That's awesome. We appreciate it. But you're going to learn soon enough, we are not toy experts, just enthusiasts. Air quotes. Mm-hmm. That's right. So we're going to get some of them details wrong, and that's okay. We're all friends here. I knew. All right. Well, speaking of details, let me introduce everyone. Hi there, I'm Jason. That's what they call me. Over here is Elgin.
That's me.
Over here is a Spoody.
Hi.
And then we got a guest with us today in the studio. How exciting. You know him. You love him. He's back. Is it third time?
Yep, third time.
The trilogy is complete. Everyone, this is Ethan.
Hi, guys.
That's
back
right.
again.
Well, what have you been up to, pal?
Things, yeah.
Just living life.
Yep, living life.
All
by myself. Summer vacation.
Oh, I remember summer vacation. Wasn't that great?
Yep.
Do you
remember it?
What did we used to do when we were kids and it was summertime? We just ride our bikes and stuff?
I don't even remember.
Oh my gosh.
So long ago.
Did you even have a childhood?
Were you born this way?
Was he ever a child?
My head's always been the same.
Oh, God. Oh, poor mom. All right, in this thrilling episode of Cracktastic Plastic, we're journeying into Hollow Earth, the heart of the Monsterverse, to explore the colossal world of Godzilla and King Kong toys. Join us as we discuss the intricate details, design marvels, and sheer awesomeness of these iconic figures. Don't miss out as we unleash the Titans and dive deep into the realm where giants reign supreme. Uh-huh. Yeah, Godzilla and King Kong toys. It might have been Ethan's idea, so.
Kaiju.
Heck yeah. We like those giants. And then later, Elgin's going to take us on a tour of a toy store, and oh man, there's some great adjectives and things going on over there.
Heck yeah.
And lastly, we'll hear from you guys, our listeners, with Spoody on your thoughts about these awesome toys.
I'm not just looking them up now.
No. And while he doesn't do that, you can follow us on social media. All those places, including Patreon, can be found on our website, cracktasticplastic.com. It's cool. Check it out, yo. I'm trying to play down to Ethan, the cool kids, with their slangs. No?
I think I heard him.
Yo.
I know. Well, here's some more. While you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. They also have an armory there where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry for your toys so you can, shoot each other and stuff. It's really cool. And they have tons of amazing sticker sets for all your toys. We also have a monthly contest there that Ethan's going to tell you about. What? Just kidding.
What?
Elgin will tell you about it.
What? No one told me about this.
What?
No one told me about this.
Every month we have a caption contest or some sort of drawing contest on our social media pages. If you comment on that and we pick you, then you'll win a $5 coupon to Toy Hacks that you can obviously use at Toy Hacks to lessen the burden of your purchase. So go out and check that out every month at all of our social media platforms and win $5 to Toy Hacks.
Toyhacks.com. Thank you guys so much for letting us give away coupons. That's pretty awesome. They are cool. Check them out. It really is a great site. But right now, let's talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander! In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again! But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, Spudamus Prime, what have you been up to with toys and things?
Stuff.
That,
Only got a couple. I got this Transformers Cyberverse Battle for Cybertron Sharkticons with fusion flame it's a little mini
You're really
Sharkticon,
trying to
guys.
sell you on that pack.
Fusion flame.
Yeah, it's like the dark hot rod toy.
So what brought you to this set?
Because
Because I don't think you
haven't.
normally do a lot of Cyberverse.
the
So.
Sharkticons.
Heck yeah. You just want to get multiples of all shapes and sizes of the Sharkticons for your dioramas.
And then
Whoa.
I don't quite remember what this kind of piece of crap.
Sometimes it's crap.
Turnip will
Oh,
agree.
that's the one you got from you guys ordered.
Yeah, so it's a third party thing. So this is I don't
It's that
really
bad.
even remember what his name was.
Optimus Prime?
Close.
Yes, but it's like something
But when
Commander.
third parties do,
They can change
they change the name so they don't get. They're already doing
So
copyright infringement. So
I had to take it apart and like sand a piece down to get it
Aw.
to transform. And then the trailer, which is kind of opened up, and it's got the guns.
well,
Like,
battle
there was,
station,
like-
cool.
I had to find some screws to put in it because there was like pieces missing. I'd
Oh,
pass
no.
this around, but like stuff will just fall off of it.
Sure.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
It does look cool. But it's got this like the stupid wheels on the back that don't really go anywhere.
Just cut those off. It's fine.
So
And he's a huge, like the tolerances are crap.
he looks loosey goosey.
And he's like super hard to transform because you can't get his like legs to go back in without almost breaking it.
And now you feel hoodwinked by Turnip.
I mean, it was like
Talking you
$20,
into it.
so it looks cool. He's
And-
going to be in that.
Ultimately,
shelf.
going to stay in that mode
Yeah,
until he dies.
And he's just
pretty
gonna like
much.
be behind the gun shooting.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably good.
Could call him Optimus Redo.
I got a not transformer. This
What?
is another thing I got at the same thing. So I bought all of Jeremy Sample's mask toys that he brought to the last Cracktastic
I
Plastic
remember
Con.
that guy.
And so here is one of them that is actually complete.
Wow.
I'm finding the pieces for some of the others that were missing.
Gotcha.
This is the iguana, and I don't remember the. It's like Sly something, whatever his name is.
Stallone.
I can't remember how he actually transforms to does something and then pops forward and
Oh,
things happen.
interesting. I never got into mask toys.
Like it opens up. And
Oh man,
there's
we had a
blades
bunch of them
and
as
there's thing in
kids.
the back and
Yeah.
I remember them, and I would love to
Probably
start
just
collecting
sitting on
them, but man, they're just so pricey right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, he stands up.
Well, that's
Little
neat.
saw blade in the back. And
Interesting.
yeah,
Greatest theme song, also of all toys.
it's not bad.
It's the mask. Just my vote.
But the coolest thing that I just got, which I didn't get a chance to actually put it into a decent mode to look at. Don't mind me.
He's just transforming.
The speed
over there.
transforming.
Snap.
Yeah.
Crackle.
Bop.
So this is part of a gift set with a Ultra Magnus version of the Armada Prime, the little Armada Prime. the gift set comes. The other one is I can't even remember what his name was now. We just looked it up.
But
It's a
Armada
repaint.
side swipe.
Yeah, repaint of like the worst Transformer ever made. Aside from any Bumblebee. Yeah, the Armada Sideswipe. And the pack together is really expensive. And he was super cheap. He was like $10 or something.
Affectionately known as Bendy Prime.
Yeah.
Bendy.
He doesn't have the like smokestack gun things that go on his forearms, but I just steal them off one of my extra primes because they're the same color.
Very cool.
That's all I got.
All right, Elgin. You got neat things.
Yeah, I got some also stuff.
Stuff's cool.
Yeah. I got this 2-pack. I've had it for a while. I think I opened it on a live with Jason. It's this Killer Croc and Batman on a little bat cycle. I got these on clearance at Walmart, of course. It's Elginomics for you.
Heck yeah.
And I saw that when it first came out. I was like playing the long game on it. I'm like, I know it's got to go on clearance at some point in time, and it did. And yeah, I think I got it for half off. So it was like $10 or something. But it's got Batman on it, and he comes with a little cycle that motorcycle, but it also opens up into like a flying, hovering vehicle. And that has like little bombs, depth charges that you can drop off of the sides. It'll drop down on people.
There is a mask motorcycle that's really similar to that.
These are from Spin Master. They make all of these little like 4-inch Marvel or DC characters like this, and I think they do a whole bunch of other stuff too. But this whole 4-inch line of Batman stuff is all. I think I've pretty much gotten all the ones I have on clearance. So, but it makes for a nice little motorcycle, and you can put a Joe on it if you wanted to, a vintage Joe or something, and it would ride on that. So, but yeah, they're very cool, and the Killer Croc is really cool. I don't know if I've seen it outside of this 2-pack. I'm sure they probably made one. It's like a retail one, but he looks really cool. There's some limited articulation on it, but it's a 4-inch figure, so.
What do you expect?
Yeah, exactly. It's not too much you can really do on that stuff, but added to my collection of crocodiles, I guess, that I have apparently growing of all the Imperial toys and G.I. Joe and all that stuff. The rest of the stuff is from the Turtles of Grayskull line. This is a crossover line for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Masters of the Universe. The Ninja Turtle stuff is put out by Nickelodeon, and of course Mattel puts out Masters of the Universe. All these are on videos. If you want to check on our playlist on our YouTube channel, you can go to Turtle Thursday videos playlist, and these will all be there that you can look in depth on as well. The first one I have is a mutated Ram Man, and he's got kind of some almost translucent, maybe like more opaque arms and legs on him.
Cool looking.
That kind of light bluish purple color. But with all these, so Ram Man normally is a heroic warrior, but because he's mutated now, he becomes evil. So a lot of the heroic people have been mutated with ooze and now have become bad guys or villains.
The little like green veiny lightning bolt kind of paint on them.
Yeah.
Just under their armor is pretty nice touch.
And they did that with the mutated He-Man as well. They kind of gave him like that, the ooze is running through their veins almost. And with the way they have it set up is Shredder and Skeletor are like together, and they're using like a version of a slime pit, and basically taking the ooze from Shredder and putting it in the slime pit, and then mutating all of the heroic warriors.
So cool. It looks like it would be squishy. It's just that weird purple.
Yeah,
that's neat.
It feels a little different too. The plastic feels a little
softer, maybe,
yeah,
but
I don't
not.
know what. Probably because of the way it's that opaqueness of it
Just,
as well feels strange.
5% translucent. It's
Yeah.
just weird.
If
That's
you hold up to the
cool.
light, it kind of
Yeah.
shines it, but doesn't really. But yeah, you bet. So they basically have like transformed these figures into like their name. You know, it was Ram Man, so he's becoming an actual ram now, and mutating him into it, much like how Bebop and Rocksteady were then transformed from punk rockers into, their animal counterparts. So I have that's mutated Ram Man. Of course, we have a Raphael figure. All of these guys basically are now like they've just taken in the card art says that. So this is also a Ram Man version of Raphael. He's wearing Ram Man's extra armor. That's how they're describing it on the card. And it's like, yeah, when he transported to Eternia, he's like, oh, because he's, stubborn and goes into the fray without thinking, just like Ram Man. So he's like, oh, I'll just borrow your armor and become a Ram Man-esque figure. He does come with this kind of cool gauntlet that has a sai attached to it as well. And the sais are giant. They're like almost like swords. But the gauntlet one is, when I was looking at it, it always reminded me of like Willow with the sword, that sword gauntlet hand that whoever it was had it on.
But that makes sense. Ram Man has his little wrist gauntlet thing, little wrist guard things.
Yes, yeah. And they just like stuck it into it.
Yeah.
There's a little fist on it as well. You can kind
Right
of
at
see
the end.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you can kind of see that. But yeah, his helmet
Mutated.
kind of sticks on there. So he's not a mutated one. He's just kind of wearing his armor.
Extra.
Yeah. Most of the turtles, I think all the turtles are just regular, and they're just kind of combined with like Motu figures.
Two of your favorite things.
Yeah, exactly. Last one is the My Android Body with Krang. So this is basically a version of the Android Body, but if you think in Motu world, it's going to be like a Megator. The buck that they used for modeling this is the same as Andre the Giant. So they used that same body style, and then they added an extra piece so you can actually put Krang in there as well. You can take off his arms and actually put on the weapons, which is pretty cool. Megator had this kind of chain with a spiked ball from the original Motu line, and then you can actually put the axe in his hand as well, but I like having him hold it instead. So you could take off his hand and plug that axe in as well. You can take Krang out. You can open this up and like he'll pop out, but I just like have him with his arms, coming out.
Chewed piece of bubble gum.
Yeah, it looks like a chewed up piece of bubble gum. But I got this from the Playwright Review program from Mattel. So then I basically got that for free for doing a review. For
You work from Mattel.
Yeah, exactly. Got it as there. And so I submitted that review and basically kept the toy.
Such a cool toy, man.
But yeah, I finally did see those in store at a Walmart. But it was like a month or a couple months after I actually had the figure. So there's a little Krang. But yeah, I think it's very cool that they did an actual Android body as well and just made it Motu-like.
Super cool, man.
Yeah. This Turtles of Grayskull line is
Hitting
much
all the...
much like the WW Eternia.
Yep.
It's hitting on like multiple nostalgia points of like collecting and like all that stuff. So it's awesome. It's like a dream come true. It's like, especially with having both of these toy lines in my lifetime is amazing.
All right, speaking of amazing, let's go over to Ethan. What have you picked up lately, pal?
Well, so first I have these poison crawlers that Dad actually found for me at...
He found poison for you?
Yep. Dollar
That's
Tree.
not nice.
Dollar Tree. And then I recently...
These are the Venom version
Venom.
repaints that they did. Limited edition Venom crawlers for the Karn.
And then I recently got a P-131.
What?
I mean, 4 of them.
Army building.
Yeah. It's easy to do with the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
You know, these Final Faction figures are...
Judging because I have like a giant Karn army already. It's might as well build up a good guy army.
It's like the Rebel Cop guy, Ed.
Ed 209.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
All right, so I also got 4 new Slinkies, like just Slinkies.
Slinkies.
We're gonna start with the smallest and go to
Cla-
the
Toys from my childhood.
Classic toys.
So you have the world's smallest Slinky that actually functions. I found this at Books A Million.
Your names.
In
Cool
Ames.
store.
Yeah.
I found this next one. I actually got this next one for free, basically, at my mom's work, basically.
Yeah. At Community First, they do a Dollar Dog like savings account. So if
It's
you
branded too. That's cool.
yeah, if you deposit money into the account, they give you like Dollar Dog coins or Dollar Dog
Cards,
dollars.
like cards.
Yeah. Then you can turn those in for
Nice.
prizes and stuff.
And then next one is the metal one. This one's just at the Walmart here. It's
Classic.
it's the original Slinky. So
I thought we got this at Target.
no, is that it? No, I can't remember. It was either at this Walmart or our Walmart.
But yeah, it's the,
You gotta make the noise with it.
there you go. It's the OG metal one.
And then finally,
It's got some oomph to it.
Yeah.
you have obviously. I don't think this is the world's biggest, but this is like a big one, basically. So it's pretty big. It's definitely my biggest Slinky I've ever had.
It's a monster.
Lives in a house, no stairs.
Yeah.
Right, I was going to ask, did these pass the stair test?
So I'll send you the video that we did of it when we were at Lily's apartment, because she lives on the second floor. So it was like the apartment staircase up. We did it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could just do it over there.
Yeah, we could do it out here too, but out of Josh's place. But yeah, we did it down at the apartment too, and it worked. Yeah, this giant Slinky one it's a multicolored one as well, and but yeah, it's like a good.
Yeah, it's a good.
Is that it? That's pretty
Yep.
good. We'll get into that.
That's it for his Thrill of the Hunt, I think.
Thrill of the Hunt stuff.
Well, technically,
Oh, is there one in there that you just got?
so the newest one I just got is this diorama, Godzilla versus Shimo. They're both repainted, and they came with a diorama, obviously, and that's my last Thrill of the Hunt item.
But we'll get more into that.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, this is I got this too late for the repaints episode, last episode, but this I got the 5-pack Autobots Unite. I think that's something like that it's called, and it took 5 previously released ish toys and repainted them, sort of. And so some of them very little, like this Jazz here. You can see like the gray of his feet and kind of shins. That's different. All of these, their windows are all now plastic instead of clear plastic, to make it more cartoon accurate.
Okay.
And it feels like overall most toy guys don't like the clear plastic. It's just, or Transformer people anyway, because it just over time it's going to break. We got a Wheeljack here. Color's even better. He's got a nicer big gun here. He didn't come with the first version, and you can tell his windshield here is painted in, and his grays are a little different, a little more toned down in general, more like the cartoon.
Cool.
I think the colors on his head's a little different too. It's just a different kind of gray that's just more subtle. Speaking of gray here, we got Trailbreaker. His first version is kind of like a Bronco, kind of, but it was black. And so it's definitely not black. More gray again. All these other, this was white. His legs and stuff were white before, and again, just more making it like the cartoon. And it kind of sucks because all of these I got Toy Hack stickers for.
Oh yeah.
The first versions, which actually is kind of cool, also because then it makes those first versions the toy version, because the stickers are for the toy versions.
Okay.
And so these are more animated. So there was a Hound in the early days, and it was really battle damaged and stuff. And then they came out with a new Hound and released him as Detritus first. And people were like, yeah, but what about a Hound that doesn't have battle damage all over him? And so they finally made him. He's really great. I love this green and yellow, how it works on him. And this is weird. To me, it's my eyes, and I know I shouldn't. But it's like a light green instead of a gray. So it looks really weird, but also kind of cool. So, and again, like
I think I like the contrast of it a little better. Cause
yeah.
Looks like it's separating out the two
Yep.
parts
Yep.
a little better.
It's just it feels like it should be gray, maybe, but
Sure.
but it seems more light green. It's just neat.
Let's try to see which one's that the version of. There's a Wheeljack.
He's back there.
And then
And so I think a lot of this 5-pack was initiated by the Sunstreaker.
here's the original Hound.
Oh yeah, so
He's
that's
different.
a lot different Hound
Mm.
than the one that you just got.
Wow.
So it's
Yeah.
remolded.
Face is different too.
Like this gun, that gun there is so much more like his cartoon shoulder
Yeah.
cannon.
I like that better, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely different.
But this Sunstreaker kind of almost started all this controversy because he was like drastically two different yellows. The yellow that's on his roof, basically, and then the colors that are the rest of his body. He has Toy Hack stickers on him, so he's going to look different than
I
yours.
was going to say, because mine doesn't have the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, at first I was like, dang it! Not that I wasted Toy Hack stickers because that was fun, but now it really does make him more like the toy. And so everyone just threw a fit for years. Like he came out like early wave stuff, and so people are like, I need a good Sunstreaker. This one sucks, and I'm like, he's great and fine. Here's the comes with him.
Yeah.
So there's the first version, and then so they came out fixed Sunstreaker. He's all one color now, even more a little more gold like the toy or the cartoon turned out. You can see his windows are all opaque now, and yeah, just a lot. And he has a gun that's closer to his gun and just better.
So you like the new one?
Yeah, I like the
Better?
new one better. The first one didn't bother me. You know, the two different colors. It's easier to see the difference when he's in car mode with the yellows right next to each other like that. But this is definitely the toy or the cartoon version, and that other one's probably closer to the toy version. But
Sure.
Sunstreaker, love him.
So
And
there's the G1s back there. It's closer to the
Yeah.
yellow.
And so this weekend we took the fam, Tiff and the fam. We went down to Burlington to a QuadCon at the Burlington Mall down there. And it was nice. We got to see Tad and Nikki, and they were able to go have lunch with us. And then
Awesome.
Brett, Ash, and Abe showed up too and got to see them. Not Tony, because he worked like a dummy, like a jerk. But I felt like QuadCons have been kind of slipping a little bit, just as far as like vendors and just amount of vendors. But I'll be honest, like it seemed more packed with vendors than before.
Really?
And probably more quality vendors too. I don't know. There's just a lot more toys for me to look at, and that's
good.
just going to skew my opinion. Maybe other people's are better, or worse, but had a good time. I really only got to do kind of one pass or so, but I was able to find. I got a Rock Lord. Sticks and Stones is his name.
Cool.
And he also reminds me of a Transformer. There's a two-headed Transformer called Rack and Ruin, and there aren't many toys of him either, so I kind of pretend it's him. But happy to finally have my first Rock Lord. I don't know that I'll...
I thought you had some Rock Lord. I thought
No.
you had that gold
I have that one.
nugget.
He
or
does.
whatever.
He has them. As I talked about in my stream, I was like, I came to recording one day, and I'm like, guys, I decided I'm going to start a new collection. And I didn't tell you beforehand. And I was like, I'm going to start. And then, but that day, you both brought in new Rock Lords that you just got. And I'm like, well, no, I'm not doing it. But then I saw that, and it was, a good price. So I'm like, I'll just get him because he's cute. And then, sort of toy-related, Transformer-related, Tiffany made me this new little sign for my door with the universal greeting. Ba weep, grana weep, ninny bong. Pretty cute. Ethan can say that 3 times fast. Just kidding.
What?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So she made a little sign for my door that just helps. I had a horror thing on there, but now it's just more Transformers when I come home, so it's just nice and cool. And thanks, Tiff. So
Awesome.
y'all like Godzilla and stuff, huh?
I definitely do.
Yeah. How long you been watching Godzilla?
As long as I can
Since
remember.
Dad would let you.
Yep. Since we took him to the theater to see the which one was it? The King of the Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla King of the Monsters. So that was in
King of the Monsters.
2019. So you would have been how old? 7?
I would have been 7, yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was the first one I went to see.
And then that's when my favorite kaiju came on, King Ghidorah. Definitely my favorite, King Ghidorah. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, what do you like about him?
I don't know. He just looks really cool. Like 3 heads, Hydra. The fact that he doesn't have doesn't have any hands. Like his wings. But all of his heads talk to each other.
That's neat.
Mhm.
And
Isn't one of the heads called something?
Yeah. The one of the heads is called Kevin.
It is.
Yeah, it really is.
The left one, I believe. Isn't it?
Yeah. Kevin's something, and then the oldest child, which is the middle. So, fan favorite, Kevin.
yeah, awesome.
Yeah, the media just decided that, oh yeah, Monster X, Kevin. Monster Zero, Kevin.
Well, why don't you show him off? I'd like to get a good look at him.
All right, so he's right there.
Yeah.
Up. So, he was introduced all the way back in 2019, and pretty much everything can come off of him except of his legs. So his wings, his heads, his tails, pretty much can all come off. He shoots lightning, which is his main attribute, basically. His entire body is made out of gold, and he can speak to each other's heads. They can speak to each other telepathically.
Cool.
That's cool. Elgin and Spooty and I can do that too. That makes for good radio. Oh my gosh. So cool, man. And he's so badass in the movie. I was literally I don't think they're going to beat this guy.
Yeah.
He's too tough.
He's huge in the movie, too.
Yeah.
So big.
Crazy big.
Very cool, very cool. And I just mention it again. We're really just talking about the Monsterverse movies,
Right.
the legendary picture films, because Godzilla goes back quite a ways, and we're just talking about this new version, which a lot of us like. So I also got to put out there and just sorry, Brian Clark. We'll probably get things wrong, and like he's Mr. Godzilla. So
Yeah.
I wished he would do a reaction video to this as he watches and cringes to all this new Godzilla stuff. But anyway, what else is out there? Let's see these toys. Tell us about them.
All right, next up is normal Godzilla. He does have a heat ray, and he is battle damage, by the way.
And that's the King of the Monsters one.
Yes.
So each of the movies have come out with their own toy line as well. Obviously, to like sell toys from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So this was from the King of the Monsters with some battle damage.
So he does have a heat ray, but
Blast effect.
Yep. So pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when these came out. I wanted to start, but I knew there'd be a million of them over the years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, Godzilla is so cool.
He's got kind of some translucent plastic on his spines.
Dorsal fins.
Dorsal fins.
A little bit of
Dorsal fins.
articulation in his tail.
Yeah. His mouth. Because he has that blast effect that comes out of his mouth. So his mouth will open and you can like jam that in there.
So cool.
His head's so tiny.
Right.
Yeah. When they redid like how Godzilla looked for these movies, it was kind of a reimagined, look of it as well. Which I think it's gotten better after each movie, from when they first, rebooted it, I guess, and the Godzilla.
That is some battle damage.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, definitely.
Ghidorah also has battle damage, but I don't know where like the piece went to it. So it's just
Yeah, the chest piece is gone. It's in the room somewhere.
Godzilla
Same
ate it.
color as the carpet.
Yeah.
exactly. Same color as every Lego that's in his room.
whole Lego City. Okay. Kong. So this is the Beast glove version. Fun fact about him: those scars are when Godzilla was scratching at his chest.
He had an itch.
Yeah.
Just helping out.
Had an itch on his tummy.
And this is from the Godzilla X Kong
New Empire. Yeah.
New Empire movie.
I want to see him. Monkey!
That's actually my first Kong.
Oh, he's so mad.
Yeah, we didn't get any Kong ones from earlier movies, like Godzilla versus Kong. They have a whole line of toys from that as well.
There is a Kong I do want in Godzilla.
Which one's that?
It's the one that we saw at Target that was like still around from like
the
GVK one.
I think
he had the battle axe,
right,
and a diorama on the back, and has Godzilla fighting him, stuff like that.
That was one of the cool things in that movie, Godzilla versus Kong, where he actually had an axe made from one of the dorsal fins of Godzilla, and it like was glowing and like would absorb lightning as well, and then like
it would absorb Godzilla's heat ray, basically.
Yeah, that Kong has like some NECA weight to him.
Yeah, they are pretty
He's a thick
hefty.
monkey.
If you chucked it at somebody, it'd probably hurt.
Yeah.
Hurt a lot. It would hurt a lot, yeah. Definitely hurt. Okay, so next up is Skullcrawler battle damage. Again, lost the piece. Again.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the house.
Actually, it's gone. Because,
Is it gone? All right.
Because I got this for Christmas, and he said, "Hey, what is this?" And it was the piece for this.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I think that's just trash. Throw it away." And he was like, and he threw it away.
Yep.
So it's
How it
gone
happens.
forever.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
But it's got some battle damage, and it's probably one of my favorite toys.
Why is that? What makes him so cool to you?
Just because the skull crawler is just like really freaking cool.
It's it's scary
Yeah.
as heck, and
It's from
Really
Skull
hard to
Island.
beat.
Yeah, Kong Skull Island.
Really hard to beat too, you know.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of little skull crawlers that
And then the big one.
John C. Reilly names. Skull crawler. That movie is fantastic. Like,
It is.
if you're
If you
for
can
the-
only watch one.
yeah, if you didn't, catch any of the movies, definitely go and see Kong Skull Island. It's
Yeah.
great.
It's so
It's
good.
fantastic.
I haven't watched any of them.
Watch that one.
Boots.
Specifically watch that one.
Specifically watch that one first.
Yeah. It's a period piece too. It's set in 73. It's has a ton of great actors in it as well. Sam Jackson and
Yep.
the other guy.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah.
I love his
Brie Larson and
soul.
John C. Reilly and bunch of guys. So check it out.
All right, next up is Scar King with the like whiplash type thing. So basically, the whip can actually come off, and he has a holder hand, which he can basically just kind of hold this like that, and then he can use it.
Whip your butt with it.
Yeah, he's from once again from the New Empire movie.
It's what he uses. Spoiler alert, if you've never seen it, he uses it.
He said spoilers, so don't listen.
He uses it to control Shimo, basically.
Yeah. Surprisingly, they didn't add the little shard
Yeah.
for Shino to like point it at her.
There's a really good video about like Shimo's backstory and how he controls her basically.
Yeah.
I made him watch it.
It was good. There's some good detail about it.
But how wicked / cool as heck is having a spine as a whip, man. That's
Yeah.
pretty morbid, but awesome.
Yeah. And he's basically he's
It's fun.
he's in control of all of the apes down in the
great
hollow
apes,
the
yeah.
hollow earth. Yeah, the great apes. And he's basically the big bully for
Mm-hmm.
Big
the
bad.
main villain in that movie.
There's like some questions like how like that like tiny like compared to Kong he's like skinny and tiny, you know. I mean, in the movie he's kind of like tall, but he's like really skinny, and like people are like, how is he able to control Shimo? Kong almost killed him in like a book that they made about it. Kong was about to kill him, like literally about to kill him, but he didn't.
So you can show who he controls then.
All right, so next up is Shimo. Shimo has an ice blast, which you can see there for the repaint. Shimo. Shimo, fun fact about her, she caused the first ice age. So, but her age is kind of, no one really knows her age. So, in the book, it says that she's like 3 million years old, but like the first ice age happened 3 billion years ago. So, said she caused it. So I don't know. And she's kind of transparent purple, and then her tail is kind of shard. The shard that, from the video, the shard that Scar King uses is probably from her, but who knows? I don't know.
So cool.
Yeah, and she was also a Titan as well.
Yep, she's referred to the queen as she's referred to the queen of monsters, queen of
Yeah.
titans, whatever. Queen of all monsters.
Cool. Albinos are cool-ish.
Yeah,
It's
in-
really cold.
Yeah, in the movie in New Empire, like the interactions with Scar King and Shimu, and then like how that whole dynamic of that is pretty awesome. And
Yeah.
like,
She's so big in the movie
Yeah.
too. And
Yeah. Her,
Like,
it's
like he's riding, like Scar King is like riding on top
Yeah,
of
like-
her
she
while controlling
squats down. Yeah.
because when she appears, I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be able to get through this, guys? Let's go.
her. Yeah,
So absolute zero.
and was able to like shoot ice and like with that ice breath into the sky and like make it
Yeah.
literally a frozen empire. You know.
All right. So
Repaint.
of her came in the Godzilla versus Shimo, obviously, and then this one else has her ice blast actually.
Like a battle pack.
Yeah, battle pack. She is slightly repainted. Slightly, you can tell more on Godzilla than anything, but she's
Yeah, some of that purple's blue.
yeah, slightly repainted, but
Almost like frosted as well.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think I like the repaint better
yeah.
on that one.
Yeah. I don't think the other one came with the blast effect, did it? Or did it?
This one?
The other Shima.
Yeah, that one came with one.
Okay.
It's neat. And the blast effect goes around her mouth.
Yeah.
That's kind of different and neat.
Yeah, I haven't really seen that blast effect like that.
No.
It's usually just inside the mouth. It's usually just inside the mouth,
Right.
like Godzilla, the other Godzilla over there.
Yeah. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a 2-pack with which one?
Uh,
Oh,
the repainted Godzilla, from this one has
From New Empire, yeah.
has his heat blast, and then this is evolved Godzilla. And then this is normal evolved Godzilla. So Godzilla basically kills this monster for its lair, and then it absorbs all the radiation that comes from the polar ice caps.
Yep. It's a New Empire.
like you do.
Yeah.
Like you do.
That old chestnut.
He's mad.
He's big mad.
Very cool. Very cool.
Oh, and those.
There's one.
That
two.
little-
And that blast effect also goes around the mouth.
And then there's obviously normal Godzilla.
But that one's also evolved, right?
Yeah, this is also evolved.
So there is one that's a
This is
de-evolved. I
there is
guess.
there's
But
one de-evolved.
It's more like the other purple one, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah, a lot of these came in like some of them were in 2-packs, and then some were just single carded figures.
Pretty much the only one I'm missing, like the only ones I'm missing are the giant ones that they make, the RC Godzilla, the 2-pack for Scar King and the 2-pack for Scar King and Kong, and then I think that's it. I'm not gonna get the masks that they sell because I don't need to. Okay, so this one came in a 2-pack for roughly around the same as one guy.
One single carded one.
So you have Titanus Doug, which shows up for like 5 seconds. It steals Kong's food in the beginning of the movie. That's pretty much its only role in the movie.
Yeah, he like crawls up. There's a scene where he like crawls up and like steals whatever he's eating, and then Kong's like, "Hey."
Elgin, you gotta get one for yourself. It's a little
I know.
alligator-y guy. Almost.
He's in. Was he in another one?
Yeah, he was in another one. It's just a second appearance.
Yeah, but it wasn't. He might have been in the first Godzilla one with the Mutos.
So then here's Suko. This is basically like a baby and infant Kong, but it's not like. It's from the species where the great apes, where Scar King rules. So it's basically just like an infant, basically. It ends up helping Kong in the end, and
Yeah, more
spoilers
spoiler.
again.
I won't remember it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But
Very
Suko's
surprised to see you, Smitty.
Suko's in the Hollow Earth as well with all the other great apes.
There's a little fight scene, and then like Kong tells him like, "Oh, where is this?" And then he makes him lead him to where he is.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so I think besides
Just that diorama?
besides this diorama that's here, it's inside the great ape's lair type thing. You got a little like bones you got here, and then you got some hollow earth crystals.
And how did that come? Did it come with some toys? Or,
It came with these two.
the 2-pack.
Yep.
So
Versus
they all
2-pack.
they all came on like a flat cardboard, and you had to pull them out and put on there. So
That's awesome.
Shimo versus Godzilla. That's my first versus pack that I've gotten.
Yeah, kind of a build your own diorama, which
Yep.
is awesome that they added that in there as
Yeah.
well. So,
And-
yeah, I
And then
think
there's like a little background that
they
goes
retail
to
for
it.
like 20.
And who puts
That
these
two
out?
pack.
Playmate?
I
Who
think
does-
Playmates puts them out.
I can't remember. I should have looked.
I feel like that they do.
I think that's what it was. Spooty Go.
Yeah.
So this is most of the New Empire ones you say that are this size. I
Yeah.
don't know what you call this scale for these toys,
7-inch maybe.
but freaking cool.
Godzilla definitely looks 6.5, 7-inch
Yeah.
scale.
Yeah, like some of them definitely like are not to scale. Like the Skullcrawler.
Right.
That the Skullcrawler could be like the giant Skullcrawler, but definitely not the juvenile. And then obviously, Ghidorah is definitely not that size.
Yeah, it'd be much bigger.
Yeah, much bigger. He'd be
Much
bigger than
bigger.
God. He'd be
If they were,
bigger than
if they did
Godzilla,
like a
yeah.
scale one to these figures,
Yeah,
yeah.
he'd be bigger, and then Godzilla would be bigger because in the movie he carries him up and just drops him.
Right. Yeah, I made one of those Godzillas. His Playmates.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's a Rock WWE Elite figure. And he's about as tall as that. So
Yeah, I really just want the giant figures just to kind of be size accurate, kind of.
that RC figure has like you can put water in it and then like mist breath comes out and it has a light. So if you turn off the lights, it looks like he has heat breath coming out. It looks pretty cool. Kind of like what they did for that Bowser. On those
Oh
toys.
yeah, those are.
I have that one.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the closest thing I have is the Titans Return Triptychon.
Yeah. I don't have any because Ethan has them all. So I just,
I should have brought mine.
Just let
I
me
got it.
collect them.
yeah.
Jimmy Lee Dalton sent me a little
Oh,
tiny little, probably like keychain type, but he's just a little tiny Godzilla.
Well, I almost had an Imperial Toys
Right.
one, but he wouldn't sell it to me for the price that
Oh,
down in Bolivar.
dang it. Well, do you have any other personal connections to Godzilla or King Kong and childhood memories that you have from the early movies or anything you want to share?
I mean, I've been a fan of Godzilla movies, like the older ones, and for probably since high school. Like I would always watch those, and even the Jeff Bridges 70s King Kong was
Love it.
was all right. But yeah, I think my connection is more with this Monsterverse Legendary Pictures ones because one taking Ethan to in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
And just going to the theater, just the two of us, and watching it, and rewatching the movies when they came out, and just having that time together and connecting that way is
My cat is hungry.
yeah, it's a cat howling in the background. But just having that connection and just going to see it, when we saw the first one, The King of the Monsters, it's like when the next one came out, Ethan's like, we need to go see this one. I'm like, heck yeah, we're gonna see it.
Not arguing that.
Yeah, and then when the next one came out, we have to go see it in the theater again. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's something we look forward to going to go see, and especially in the theater. It's quite an experience seeing it in the theater, especially this last one.
Oh, it's made for it.
Yeah, especially now with having
Yeah, I really hope they
giant
make some more.
kaiju fighting each other in the theater sound and picture. It's great.
Yeah, in this movie there's more kaiju fighting and then less like storyline. I mean, there is still storyline obviously, but
Less human,
yeah.
more monster.
Yeah, more monster basically. Yeah, I hope that like if they do make another one, they make it like about Shimo, like Shimo, Queen of the Monsters.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Matthew Broderick one was kind of the pinnacle, and then
All right, we're done here. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, you don't have any Mothra figures. And
I want a Mothra
Mothra was
figure.
in Godzilla vs Kong
But then she
Mothra.
dies.
and
so
Rodan
sweet.
too.
Oh yeah, I really want Rodan too.
He made an appearance.
Maybe a Queen Muto.
Muto. Yeah. From the first Godzilla.
From the first, yeah. That like when like Godzilla said like everyone bow. There's a Queen Muto. I can't get it right. Can't get it right.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick little break. We're gonna let this nice lady tell you all about the PFPN. What's that? That's the Prescribed Films Podcast Network.
Oh, that's what it stands for.
All this time you wondered what that meant. Well, here, listen to what she says.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, we're back. What the? All right, let's go over to Elgin. He's going to take us on a store tour.
All right, today's store we're going to is called Toy Buzz and Fizz. That's at 1702 East Main Street, Plainfield, Indiana. It's toys, soda, and fun, as they say. Specialty sodas, ice cream, and other snacks along with toys. Maybe those specialty sodas might include Ale 8.
Oh, yeah.
But of course they have toys as well. Star Wars, Marvel DC, Hot Wheels, games and game consoles, Pokemon cards, retro bottle sodas and snacks, and a gaming room full of role-playing games. It's about 5 hours and 54 minutes from Ottumwa.
Give or take.
Yeah. But if you're in the area of Indiana, it's about 33 minutes southeast of Indianapolis, which is considered a suburb of Indianapolis as well. Of course, Plainfield was known for U.S. Route 40, which acts as a main street. It got national attention when, in 1842, former President Martin Van Buren was spilled deliberately from his stagecoach into the thick mud of the highway. What? Got him. Right in the mud. Take that, Martin Van Buren, the 8th President of the United States.
Wow, that was harsh.
Yeah.
Especially to a
He
president.
was a terrible president, by the way. Look it up. If you look him up in history books, he was awful. Anyway, that's Toy Buzz and Fizz at 1702 East Main Street, Plainfield, Indiana.
Awesome. Thanks, Elgin. Welcome. All right, well, let's go. But before we go, let's talk to Spooty.
Yeah.
And here's Talking Toys.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Guess who commented?
I know.
That one guy. That
Mr.
was
Godzilla.
The only comment that matters.
That's right.
Mr. I can't think of anything to screw his name up with. But,
That's fine.
Mr. Brian Clark says, I've got the X Plus Skull Island Kong, which I won from the Kaiju Cast podcast. Of course, there's a
Of course it is.
Legendary Kong is my favorite version of the character, and Skull Island is the best Monsterverse movie by several orders of magnitude.
Agree.
I hope we get many more Kong adventures long after their Godzilla license lapses.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it about to lapse?
Well, if he says so, he would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep the Kong going, man.
Yeah.
Just a direct sequel to Skull Island or something.
Yeah, they need some time frame in between
Yeah.
because if that's set in 73 and then you have it like 40 years later, it's like, well,
Yeah.
what's going to happen, you know? It's got to be something like in the 80s or something that they
Ooh,
they did.
everybody loves 80s throwback
Yeah,
movies.
that's all. That's popular now, 80s stuff.
Start writing, Brian. Well, thanks for reading that, Spooty, and thanks, Elgin, for the toy store tour. And thank Ethan for coming back. Third time's a charm.
Maybe I'll come back next time.
Maybe.
You never know.
You don't ever know. It's like sometimes he's with Elgin, sometimes he's not. It's hard telling.
I think 3 times is enough.
That's it. Limit. He's gone. Went out on top.
I guess I guess I'm gone. I guess I'm leaving.
Elgin just is thinking that means I'd have to start buying another toy line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just bring in another toy that I don't collect that way. We can talk about those.
Well, speaking
We'll get
of
more toys.
Speaking of leaving, you can leave a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts. That'd be a really cool thing to do. Mm-hmm. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing, and we would appreciate it. But if you want to help out the show a little bit more, don't forget to head over to patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. There's some tiers there. We'll take pocket change, stuff from your couch. It doesn't matter. Anything helps, and we appreciate it. And one of the sweet perks is you get your cool name said on the show.
Yeah.
We'll just give you a shout out. And those awesome patrons are...
You going to shout them out?
Tony Miller! Okay, that's it. Chris Turnip Simmons, Peter Glinsman, Alex LaForest, Bill Fisher, and Michelle Pizzullo. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. So if you want to be cool like those cool cats... Patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. All right. Well, let's get out of here, guys.
Let's find some Godzilla toys.
Yeah, let's play with Ethan's toys.
Yeah.
See if we can break them and stuff. And
Slow them on the ground, see if they break.
yeah. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Later.
Out.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.